Hello, beautiful people. I hope you've been having a good day. I realize I've been saying protect your peace for the last few years, and I never really talked about what peace actually means to me. Because peace for me is not just the superficial peace, it's has more of a literal, practical meaning. And for me, peace is synonymous with balance. A balance where the human experience is at its best, as usually the human experience is most enjoyable in balance. Balance in our biology, in our body. There's a name for that. It's homeostasis, is what your body is always trying to achieve. A balance in our mind, a balance in our relationships and connections. And every time we get onto an extreme, we tend to suffer negative consequences. Maintaining or protecting your peace, it's this constant balancing act of trying to maintain balance and have a sustainable and fulfilling life. And today I'll be talking about the balance between two elements that have been the drivers of life on this planet, where the balance between these two things would allow you to understand yourself a bit better and build and understand relationships better as well. That is the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And no, this is not going to be some talk about equality between men and women, as all of us have masculine and feminine within us, how we also have biologically the hormones testosterone and estrogen. But today we'll mostly talk about traits. The masculine, simply put, is synonymous with security, that the traits you would associate with masculinity are all of them trying to provide security. And what they're trying to secure, it's the feminine, as the feminine cannot exist in an unsafe environment. So, in order to unlock the beauty and creativity and nurturing energy that comes with the feminine must be secured by the masculine. The driving force of masculinity in men and women would always be an internal scream that we call insecurity. And that is something that should be tapped into and used as a fuel source to achieve security and unlock this beautiful feminine energy that we all desire and are attracted to. And unfortunately for all of us, that the feminine will never be fully content. As it wouldn't make sense from a nature point of view if the feminine would be easily impressed and content, as the feminine has the incredible responsibility to move life forward, not just the reproduction, but also from pushing things and just being unhappy with things and wanting to make things better. If you think of even men that are in creative and very much in touch with their feminine, you see that they are never content with their creation. This is something that, as someone who creates for a living, I'm always unhappy with everything I create, as a constant lack of discontent is what drives the feminine, because otherwise we won't progress as we do. So, yes, the masculine has this internal desire and push because of insecurity, trying to achieve or release the feminine, and the feminine will never be content. And that is what drives our world forward. And I feel like places like Disney and the stories like, oh, you'll be happy forever has been one of the most damaging things, especially to women, because there's this weird expectation that they demonize a very natural behavior in them, that they are never truly content and they're always trying to prove things, and they often start blaming themselves. And that's ridiculous because it's natural. It's also natural for men who are not secure and they cannot offer security to feel insecure, because it's an internal driver in order for them to do what's required in order for them to secure the feminine. As I said, this counteracted forces, the yin and yang, is what drives our world forward. What we should all aim for, and what's the ideal situation, is to harness our inner Athena, Athena, the Greek goddess. And I use it as an example. I could use people like Balder, and every culture has examples of characters like this, but I feel like most people will know who Athena is. Athena, who's a female, right? Who is at the head of Athens and the Greek army, is that nurturing element. And she is recognized for wisdom and military strategy. Wisdom is associated with competence and confidence, which we would say is a more masculine trait. And military strategy, simply put, is emotional regulation. In order for you to be a good strategist, especially military strategist, you cannot let your emotions dictate your actions. Hopefully, this provided with a basic understanding of the interaction between the masculine and the feminine, and what I believe that we should all aim towards to harness this inner Athena, a balance between the feminine and the masculine, where you have the creative beauty and the nurturing energy of the feminine, supported by wisdom and emotional regulation. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts of whether you think you are on the Athena scale, or you would describe the interaction of the feminine and the masculine in a different way. As always, remember to protect your peace.